Welcome back to the channel, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds out there. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. How y'all motherfuckers doing tonight? Good, I hope. We're gonna be checking out another movie, and this happens to be a comedy drama of sorts. It's called Death at a Funeral. Now, I remember seeing this movie about 4 or 5 years ago. My good friend Amanda Cleveland let me borrow it, and I thought it was quite funny and very unexpectedly dramatic. This is directed by Frank Oz, and you guys might know that name from the Muppet movies, to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, all the way over to The Dark Crystal. This man has seemingly done it all. So I've been looking to refresh my memory on this one. You guys know this routine. Check out the trailer. Peep that shit, motherfuckers, and when we get back, you guys are gonna know my opinion on Death at a Funeral.
Who's this?
Pardon me?
That's not my father.
Oh, we've taken the wrong one.
God, I hate funerals, don't you? They're just so depressing. Just the whole, I don't know, it's just the death and everything.
If there's anything I can do, Sandra. Oh, don't put your hand there, dear. You'll leave smudge marks. Are you okay?
I'm a bit nervous.
We're on our way to a funeral, you wanker! Don't you have any respect?
Okay. Calm down. Can I get you a cup of tea? Tea can do many things, Jane, but it can't bring back the dead.
We can't fight what we had together.
Justin, it was one night. It was a massive mistake. I was drunk out of my mind. You could have been a donkey.
So what are you doing next weekend?
Have one of these. It'll make you feel better.
The Valium you gave to Simon wasn't actually Valium. It's an hallucinogenic concoction.
I must be going mad. Why are my hands so big?
Exciting, isn't it? What? For a funeral, I mean. This.
Jane, you see that guy standing by the table? See? Do you recognize him at all? He's really staring at me.
I have some photos I wanted to show you. That's your dad, dressed up as a Roman centurion.
So in what capacity were you actually friends with my dad? Oh, God.
Daniel, I was just telling George here how when we were boys together, your dad used to love to make us all go skinny dipping.
One of the biggest compliments I could give to the movie Death at a Funeral is that it does for funerals what Chevy Chase had done for Christmas Vacation. Funerals are ultimately relatable. It's something that we all have to go through as humans, and this normally depressing subject matter is kind of cast into a comedic light in this film, but it doesn't trivialize the human element. I mean, there's a lot of problems that come with funerals. I mean, there's a lot of family members, there's a lot of different personalities, and emotions are definitely riding high. So, you know, when it comes down to funerals, it's expected that, you know, some people are going to be ultimately rather stressed. I feel like the actors in this film do an exceptionally good job at conveying their characters, and if the audience doesn't gravitate towards, you know, one set of characters, well, then they might gravitate towards another set of characters. And that's another compliment I could give to this movie, is that there is a lot going on. There are multiple subplots, multiple characters, and they're all very intricate in their own ways. The humor, in my opinion, is spot on. I was raised on British humor with things like Monty Python's Flying Circus and Mr. Bean, so I really kind of get that dry, awkward sense of humor that the Brits are, you know, notoriously known for, and that's what this movie kind of does. There's a couple of, you know, moments towards the middle and end of the film where I feel like maybe the narrative overreaches slightly, and it kind of crosses the threshold of, you know, realistic drama comedy into the realm of silly. And it's that moment where it might lose its audience, but I don't know. I was viewing the film in a very different sense. I feel like, you know, these silly elements, these over-the-top ridiculous moments are kind of needed because this movie ultimately is a commentary on funerals in general. I mean, most American funerals are very depressing events. They're not really a celebration of life, as a lot of people would like to, you know, claim it to be. Maybe it goes on for a scotch too long, but ultimately I feel like this is a great movie, especially for people that have an apprehension towards the concept of funerals. They might want to watch this movie, they might want to see what this family goes through, and it might give them a laugh. It might make them feel a little bit better about the concept of funerals. Now, I know there was an American remake, you know, of fucking course, because there's always a goddamn American remake, but I gotta say, I've never seen that movie, and I probably don't plan on seeing that movie. I mean, it might be good, it might not be good, who the fuck knows? I'm gonna stick with the original, and I like this movie. It's pretty good. Out of 10 stars, I could give the original Death at a Funeral a solid 6.5, strong 7 out of 10.